Hello there, all my fellow simmers out there. This is Seaweed with Tribal Soup Project, and welcome to another episode of SIMsational, the how-to series. We have thus far gotten a really cool house built up. It's like a little country Tudor. And today we are going to be talking about the landscaping and the grounds. I think before I do that, though, after taking a little look at my house and the lot and everything, I first, when we built this pool, I forgot to add some of these water reeds. Where are they at? Where are they at? They're right down here. I forgot to add these, so I'm just going to real quickly add some of these. You, of course, as you can see, you're going to need to know how to use the Move Objects cheat for this episode. You also might need, no, I don't think so. That's the only one you really need to know how to do. So I will provide a link to that, to the building cheats episode down in my description below. The other thing I want to change is I do not like how these flower boxes look here on this side. I don't know, it just looks too square for my liking there, and I'm going to put the same ones that I had put on the back windows and put these, oops, got to hold down the shift so that I can place multiple easily, otherwise it's a pain in the butt. Okay, that's better. Raise this one up, raise this one up, and it seemed like there might have been something else. Oh, this bothered me since the very first time I put it, and I think I want to get rid of it. I don't like it. I like it now. That looks much better, I think. Okay, so now that I've got all these things fixed how I want it fixed, we are going to jump right into terrain painting. Okay, so the first thing I am going to do is I'm going to take a good look at the property and kind of decide what trees I want to do. I think I'm going to have a tree here, a small tree over here, and then maybe a tree over here somewhere too. I'm not going to lay those until last because they kind of obstruct the view of the property, even if, you know, you're down close and the trees have just, it's just easier to do it last. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put a fence line. And now looking at this here, we're going to have a trouble with the fence line because this is where the fence line will go since you can't put it along the outside edge of the perimeter of the lot. So I'm going to go ahead and have to move this in. First with this, I'm going to want to pull it out here and then pull it back, or else I would have had to pick it up and move it all the way out. Same thing on this side. And then here, and then here. Okay, now we'll be able to put our fence in. So I'm not going to put a fence around the entire property, just along like the backyard area. And I think that I'm going to go with this one here. And I'm going to draw it on. Just like that. Okay. All right, that looks good. And then also, I want to put like a little garden area over here in this corner. So I'm going to go ahead and box that in with the cobblestone fence. I think I'm going to have it like this. Like that right there. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, and then I'm going to add my gates in. For this one, I'm going to go with this. No, I think I'm going to go with that. Just right there, I think. And then I'm going to put a gate over here on this side. Right there. Oops. That looks good, maybe. Yeah, right there's good. Okay. Oh, is that the color I want? Yep, it is. All right. So now that I've got my fences laid, I can go ahead and start thinking about the actual terrain and whether or not I want to paint it. I think I'm going to keep it the color that it is to kind of match with the rest of the land surrounding. What I am going to paint is, I think I'm going to paint a little, I'm going to use the paving stones and maybe paint a path that comes along through here and then back to here. Just in the front, not all the way going beyond the fence, but just in the front. And then I think the only other place I'm going to paint the terrain is going to be right here in my garden area. And maybe I think I might want to do that. Do I want to do that? Yes, but not right there. Right here. I don't like that. I don't like how that looks. All right, I'm going to keep it how it is. And then we are going to go ahead and paint the terrain on. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to paint the terrain in this little garden area. And I usually like these patchwork paver stones for that. And I'm going to take my biggest square brush. I'm going to come down to the level I'm working on, and then I'm going to look from above, because you can really see what you're doing a lot better, especially since I have the fences up already. Then I'm going to take a smaller brush and get the rest of it. I find it's easiest when you have an area like this that you're doing to just kind of lay your brush where you want it and fill it in. The grid makes it really easy to do that. Me personally, I've never been really good at coloring within the lines. So I do it like this. And let's see how I did on that. Well, look at that. I did pretty good there. All right, so now I'm gonna come around here to the front, and I know I want to have a path that goes from the steps all the way to the gate, and I am going to use, I think, this cobbled together stone, and I'm gonna go with the round brush, and I think I'm gonna have it start here and come around like this. And now this is a really tricky part. It takes a long time to get adept at this. I kind of understand the fundamentals of it, and I am trying to improve my skills with it. But I'm definitely by no means an expert at this at all, though I do understand the kind of things that you have to do in order to make it better, which I am going to share with you, obviously. So I'm going to start. I know I'm going to have it here, and then I'm going to bring it around like this all the way to the gate. What I have learned thus far is just kind of try and keep my hand relaxed and pretend like I'm good at it, and just like if I need to stop right there and adjust my camera or move my hand or something, I'll do that. It's better to make like to stop and then change so that your hand doesn't kind of tense up. Like every time I've stopped there, It's because my hand is like tensing, and I know that if my hand is tense that I'm probably not going to have a very good line here. So there we go. I have made it all the way to the gate there, and because this is our like pool area here, and what will be is I'll have flowers along the outside of the path, but because this is like the swimming hole area, I think that I might want to actually, I think I might want to take, maybe I should have gone like this, I think. I think that actually would have been better, so I'm going to start over on that. And I'm going to come out here with it like that. And then like this, and then continue the path on. Like that. Okay, I think that's good. That'll look better. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, the next one I'm going to use is I'm going to use a brown, because since I know I'm going to have flowers along here, just the brown dirt and then the flowers will make it, because like, I don't know, when I look at this, looking at it like this, it just looks kind of, it just doesn't look right to me. But when you start making the edges of it, if you use an additional or a variety of terrain paints together to kind and make it look more natural, it just, I don't know, it has a better look to it in the end. So anyways, all right, I've got my cobblestone pathway, and now I'm going to choose which one of these I want to use. That one, this one, I think I like that one. All right, I'm going to go with that one, and I'm going to take this small one. No, I'm going to go with this one, and I'm just going to go ahead and paint like the sides of it. I don't know, that looks a little dark. I think maybe if I just adjust the softness, I'll get the effect, because I like the color, but yeah, so I'm going to do that. And I'm just going to make little dots that go together here. I think is the best way to do it, because otherwise it's just, I don't know, it doesn't have enough of a natural look to me if I just draw it on like that. No, I'm going to leave that like that. All right, I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing here. Actually, I'll be able to see better if I come over here. Like that. Okay. And it doesn't matter that it like kind of how it looks like this kind of wavy, like I had obviously put it on with circles. You're not really going to be able to tell that. And because I'm going to put the flowers on the side over it, you really won't see much of this, but I don't know, I just think it adds a nice little added natural look to it if I have that under there. Okay, and that looks really good. And now while I have got this brown going on, I am going to come in from above, and I'm going to paint underneath my flowers and stuff. I'm going to put the softness thing back in the middle where it was, and I'm going to grab a slightly bigger brush, and I'm just going to come under here and paint the terrain brown underneath all this growth, since it is a pond, and whoever heard of pond having like sod, grass, landscaping, all the, ooh, that is too much. Too big. I'm going to have to get a smaller brush here along the edge where it goes out to the property line so close. Okay, now I can go back to my bigger brush. Nope, I can't go back to my bigger brush yet. And then I'm going to do that along here at this. I think I want to get a lighter color to kind of, no, that's too light. How about that one? Maybe, no, I don't like that one either. That one's good. And we're just going to come around here like that, with that, and do this side too. And then I'm going to take my brown again and then my smaller brush and just kind of right along the outside of that there, and then underneath this stuff here. And then along the outside of this one here too. Okay. Okay, and that looks good, I think. Yeah, that's much better. That looks much more natural. All right, and real quick, I have got to get rid of this ugly mailbox. Oh, and I got to paint around here too. Oh, no, I'm not going to do that. Okay, mailbox. Of course, we are going to go with this one, and I think the black. And we'll put that right there is a good place. All right, so now that I've got all of the terrain painted the way I want it, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start thinking about the landscaping to kind of go with the area that it's at and the style of house it is. I think I'm going to have like a lavishly overgrown, beautiful garden that has a lot of wildflowers and stuff in it. I'm probably going to put some climbing vines going up the side of the building and whatnot as well. Just a couple little things here and there, you know. Put my flower boxes down on here, and while I do that, you guys can listen to some awesome music. Well, I think our country Tudor home has really started to come together. I think it's really beautiful on the outside. Next time we're going to be talking about laying the walls on the inside and creating rooms and whatnot. Until then, feel free to subscribe to my channel, leave a comment below, send an email, check out some of my other stuff linked in the description below. And until next time, happy simming. See you later. Bye.